Today we are continuing to grind our way up through Platinum in Aetherdrift Draft. Let's jump into a draft, see what we can get done. We need to make some progress, make our way into and then up and through Diamond this season, so let's not waste any time, let's get to it. Alright, what goodies do we got here? Now, the rare in the pack is Count on Luck. I think this is very good if you are in a really strong, like mostly red deck, but it's just way too niche for me to want to pick one, pack one. There's an End Rider, Spike Spitter, Momentum Breaker. Those are both excellent. There's also a Velo Heart Bike. It's probably between these two. I mean, it is. It is between these two for me. I think pick one, pack one. I'm taking the Momentum Breaker, because I think these three, well, Risky Shortcut, Grim Javelineer, a little bit better, more likely to wheel. I think black is a bit of a stronger color. And we're also passing the Count on Luck, so maybe we put someone really deeply into red. But yeah, Momentum Breaker's a fine pick, so we'll take that here. Now there's an End Rider Spike Spitter again. We could have had two of those. I mean, this pack's actually really nice. There's a Wreckage Wickerfolk, Engine Rat, and a Thundering Broodwagon. Broodwagon is the highest win rate uncommon. So even though it is, of course, very hard to cast, I think if you're in black-white, you can reanimate it and cycle it. If you're in green, black-green, you can reanimate it. So I think it's pretty likely that we'll be able to play the Broodwagon in our deck. I would love Lagak, Engine Rat, Wickerfolk, and Pothole Mole. I would actually take all four of those cards pretty happily. But I will take the Broodwagon here. So ideally, we are in like green-black or white-black. We just need a little bit of time to figure out which one we're going to do. Now there's a Fang Guardian, Gastel Raider, End Rider, Spike Spitter. I mean, that's a third Spike Spitter. That's pretty tough. Best card in the pack is the Spike Spitter. Second best card in the pack, probably Flood the Engines. I'm not that fussed about passing either of these cards, so I guess I'd take the Spike Spitter, and maybe red-black is open, and that's where we're going to be. Because that is fairly late for a Spike Spitter. I don't know what was in that pack, but the uncommons were pretty strong. I don't think Gastel Raider is that strong. So we might be moving off of the Broodwagon. But let's see here. So there's a Haunted Hell Ride. That's pretty good. Rise from the Wreck is pretty reasonable, but is a black-green card. Chitin Gravestalker is also a black-green card. This pack altogether is pretty weak. I think I'm taking Rise from the Wreck, and I'm sort of, I think black-green might be open, but then the red is really good in this pack. Outpace Oblivion is really good with a Spike Spitter. Rise from the Wreck is not that exciting. There's also, like, the white's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, red is clearly open. We should probably lean into red. If the Count on Luck wheels, we might even take that. Grim Bauble, Pedal to the Metal, or Reckless Velocitor. I guess that first Bauble is worth it. So we might be moving off of green, and that's okay. If we get the back on track, then we might still play the Broodwagon. I don't think we're going to play Rise from the Wreck. But yeah, certainly black is open. Broadcast Rambler, Hull Drifter are both good. Prowcatcher Specialist is reasonable. Wretched Doll is great. So yeah, it looks to me like black-red, aggressive, max speed is kind of the seat that is open. That's where our seat is. So if we open like Necro Regent, that's ideal. I would love to find some Mutant Surveyors and an Apocalypse Runner. That'd be ideal. Certainly, yeah, I'm pretty happy to play that kind of deck. Just a shame that we're missing out on the Broodwagon, but is what it is. Our black-green cards are pretty strong. I'm quite happy with all of those picks. This pack, pretty weak overall. Raceway is somewhat interesting, but I really like Grim Javelineer. I've actually been quite impressed with this card. It puts in a lot. Now the count on luck came back versus another Javelineer versus a risky shortcut. I do like risky shortcut in this deck. Like, you start your engines, and you draw a couple of cards, you get a point of speed. Plus, like, 2 cards right now has got to be better than, like, count on luck, which we just might not ever be able to cast. Yeah, I think I prefer the shortcut. I just don't think count on luck is, I just don't think it's getting there. I'll take it if it's free, but if there's ever anything else to pick, I think I'd probably pick that. So we could take the End Rider Catalyzer here. It's going to be good in our deck, but Engine Rat is just the better card. We get another Javelineer here. That is fine. You're kind of fine with that card. Shrieking Allgorger is decent top end. Yeah, this is the seat we should be in. Maybe a White Splash is something we should consider. There's a Back on Track and a Momentum Breaker in this pack. There's also a Mutant Surveyor. That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough, because we could play the Broodwagon. We could cycle it, Back on Track it. Back on Track gets back a lot of good stuff, but Momentum Breaker is a pretty fantastic card and a removal spell. Let's see, we have the Bauble, Outpace. Yeah, our removal is looking okay for this early on in the draft. Would I play Back on Track? I might. Should I be more aggressive than that? And take the Momentum Breaker, because it's kind of the more aggressive play? Yeah, I think so. I think the disciplined thing to take is the Momentum Breaker. Now, there's a Dune Drifter, Ride's End, Gastel Raider, Engine Rat. If we splash for the Dune Drifter, well, we just passed a Back on Track, so I don't think we want to do that. I think Gastel Raider is fine. Engine Rat's great. Do I think Engine Rat is just better? I think I do. Yeah, I think Engine Rat is better than Gastel Raider. I'm going to just take the Engine Rat here. Now there's a Pack Dolterra, Prowcatcher Specialist, Siphon Fuel. Earth Rumbler is fantastic. Fuel of Flames is good. But Pack Dolterra is ideal. There's an Apocalypse Runner over an Engine Rat. So if we can pick up some Mutant Surveyors, I'll be very happy. Be very happy with that. Now, Oil Gorger over... I'm just taking Night Market here. I like having one Night Market in the deck. Mutant Surveyor is much, much higher a pick for me now. Engine Rat's good with Apocalypse Runner, but Mutant Surveyor obviously is the best card to have if you can follow it up with an Apocalypse Runner. It's just so good and so aggressive. We do want some better max speed payoffs. We've got one Spike Spitter. We didn't see the other two, but the count on luck did come back. So we are probably competing with somebody on the left for the red cards. But maybe in pack 3 we can pick up another Spike Spitter if we're lucky. A Necro Regent or something would also be, of course, pretty sick. There's a Velocitor, another Engine Rat, and a Thunderhead Gunner. I think the Gunner is easily the best card in this pack, and we have 2 Engine Rats already, so we'll take that. And we're pretty happy about it. We'll take that, and I'm pretty stoked. So there's a Locust Spray, Chitin Gravestalker, or just the Bloodfell Caves. Yeah, take the Caves. Could do with like maybe 1 or 2 more pieces of removal, a couple more start your engines payoffs. There's a Broodheart engine. Surreal seeing that go so late, but there's nothing else in this pack that we want. So maybe we'll take the land, and we would have 2 white sources if we want to splash something in white, which is possible because white is, as usual, open. It's open as always. Yeah. Okay, I mean, this is looking good. We're gonna get there on playables. I would like to find a Spike Spitter or a Necro region. I would like a couple of Mutant Surveyors. And then a piece of removal. And I'll feel pretty happy with where we're at. So there's our Mutant Surveyor. That's excellent. There is a Gilded Goda. Good, aggressive 2-drop creature. Very happy with that. Now, there's a Walking Sarcophagus or Prowcatcher Specialist. With the deck as it is, I think we want the Specialist over the Sarcophagus. Dynamite Diver. We have one vehicle. I don't think it's likely to make the cut. It's not bad. It's not bad, but I don't think it is likely to make the cut. I guess we'll put it in here for the moment. Just for the moment. So Salvation Engine. Is that worth the white splash? Brings back Apocalypse Runner. Or Pack Doll Terror, to be fair. Or Wretched Doll. Artifact creatures get +2/+2. Is that worth the splash? What else would we take? Like a Pedal to the Metal? Or another Mutant Surveyor? Look, I think this is interesting. But I think our deck is better if I just take this Mutant Surveyor. I'll be honest. Now there's a Guardian Sunmare. Which we're not going to splash for. Another Thunderhead Gunner and a Maximum Overdrive. I think Thunderhead Gunner is fantastic, but I think Maximum Overdrive is what this deck wants. Oh, sweet. Now there's a Thrill Seeker. That is excellent over Pace Setter, Deathless Pilot, Scoured Baron. So maybe we could have done with the splash, but honestly, the deck is good anyway. Yeah, the deck is good anyway. We don't need to splash for a random white card. It's not necessary. Got 2 Mutant Surveyors, Apocalypse Runner. I think this is really solid. Yeah, I guess I would take another piece of removal and maybe cut a Risky Shortcut. And then I would take another piece of removal and maybe cut a Streaking Oil Gorger. So there's a Catalyzer. We don't really have the max speed payoffs. So maybe I'm just taking Siphon Fuel here. I really think this is like the worst removal spell that we could take. But I think it's better than everything else here. So maybe we're trimming an Oil Gorger for you. Oh, damn. There's a Burnout Bastronaut, Spin Out, and an Hour of Victory. That's obviously all incredible, but Burnout Bastronaut is the bomb in this pack. It's also insane with Apocalypse Runner. So we'll take that, cut the Diver. There's a Spin Out. There's also a Bloodghast. Kind of interesting with Apocalypse Runner, but Spin Out is what the deck needs. We can probably trim the Risky Shortcut. And there's a Spike Spitter. A Lightning Strike is also very interesting. But I'm definitely taking the Spike Spitter here. And maybe I am cutting this Oil Gorger. Because I just don't think it's that good. We've got enough ways to win the game already. There's a Pedal to the Metal. Which I'm probably not going to play. I mean, it's pretty good with the Apocalypse Runner. Do I prefer it over Siphon Fuel? Yeah, I think I do. Is this a Rocky Roads deck? No. Is this a Sarcophagus deck? No, no. I mean, our deck is there. I guess I could add one more playable and cut one land. That is something I would consider. Like, because our deck sort of caps out at 5. Oh, sick. We got the Hour of Victory back. That's really nice. Yeah. So I think we play 16 lands and then we're happy. This is literally the deck. We've got good mana base as well. So we've got 9 black sources right now. And 9 red sources. Sorry, 10 black sources. So if I just trim a swamp. And then that's the deck. I think it looks great, to be honest. I think it's a really strong looking black-red deck. It's important that we curve out. But we can close out the game. Yeah, our removal package looks good. We've got a spin out, outpace. We can like momentum breaker. We could like Hour of Victory, find pedal to the metal, make something unblockable, swing, and for lethal. And we have like tricks like that, which are super, super slick. We can also just find Burnout Bastronaut and just like, yeah, Burnout Bastronaut, 2 Mutant Surveyor, Apocalypse Runner. That's a really nice little package. Good 2-drops. We've got 2 Momentum Breakers. We actually might be a little... No, we have a good amount of creatures. Just a lot of removal. Do I want more aggressive creatures? I could probably do with more 2-drops, eh? I mean, I've got 3 1-drops. I've got 3 1-drops, and I'd be adding Sarcophagus over, like, a Grim Bauble, maybe. Nah. Surely that's not it. No, that's not it. I think I'm happy with it. It's just a little low on 2-drops. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But I don't know what I would cut for a Sarcophagus. I don't think I would cut... Like, maybe I'd be cutting a Momentum Breaker, but we'll see. We'll see how it feels. Just, like, I guess Sarcophagus is a lot better because we do have the 2 Spike Spitters. But this starts engines. This starts engines. These 2. We have loads of ways to start our engines. I don't think... Momentum Breaker does too. I don't think we need another one. Yeah, I want to run it as it is. Okay. Let's just see. So the question we need to ask is, do we need that extra creature? We'll keep this. Like, do we need that extra creature over one of our interactive removal spells? I don't think we will, but that's the only deck building consideration that we're making at the moment. Going to lead on the Night Market, get the Goda down. Mutant Surveyor is a nice turn 3 draw. Gibberic Omnivore. I guess no attacks. Happy to take 3. There's an Adrenaline Jockey. Untap land this turn. Attack with you. Yeah, okay. I was meant to play the tap land and attack anyway. Okay, come on. Clean it up, Josh. Oof. Taking 4, but we keep our Death Touch creature around. Yeah, let's attack. Because we have this Spike Spitter. I think we're going to dump out our hand. Does give them a chance to remove the Spike Spitter, but meh. So if I attack with the... If I play this land, if I attack with the Surveyor... and they double block, I can pump it up to a 4/5. So they would double block and I would eat one of these creatures. Could send with the Engine Rat. Kind of interested in that. But then if they block, 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 That's not good. Okay, so I just send with the engine rat. They trade with the omnivore. Nah, forget it. Okay, auxiliary. That is obviously fairly powerful, but there is our removal spell. Still no clean attack for us. They double block, we trade. I kind of like that. Get their pace setter off the battlefield before they can exhaust it. They take another 2 here. We have gas in hand. Sky Serpent Seeker. So Apocalypse Runner is actually our best draw. Opponent's like touching all of their cards, like tweaking out a little bit. Don't need that anymore. You take another 2, please. Thank you. Okay, we're supposed to just chill. We're just going to chill. So this is going to be lethal. This becomes a trade. Alright, we've got to go to blockers. How do I just avoid dying and maximize my ability to draw more cards, find an Apocalypse Runner? I guess that means taking 2 in the air. This is going to go... This becomes a 3-4 double strike. So I just block here. Take 5. Trade these off, take 7. Find Apocalypse Runner and it should be okay. Okay, so they must have choices. Because they don't want to exhaust. I'm down to 3. They have 1 card in hand. Momentum Breaker. I mean, that does gain us a pretty big chunk of life. Mutant Surveyor can also draw us cards. So I guess we're going for the double block on the jockey and a pump. Bestow Greatness would make this 6. We would actually survive. Let's go down to 1. up to 5. And we can attack because we can pump 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I'm not sure the opponent fully understood what they were getting themselves into when they made this attack. Sure, that's still a trade. You're still just 2 for 1 yourself. Weird attack. Okay, going first. We do have a good curve. I think we're keeping it. And saving the Bastronaut for the moment. Yeah, I'd rather get the Goda down in case we struggle with our lands. So let's just play Night Market on black. That is 2 games now where we've had Night Market in the opening hand. We've named 2 different colors, which is like, if it was one of those colors, I think it would be a bit of a nightmare for us. So that is the power of Night Market. That's probably the single card that they could have played, which blocks the Goda. Still, not unhappy about this line. Would be pretty happy to draw some lands, though. Skystreak Engineer and a Scrap Compactor and a land for us. Land for us is pretty nice. I could make a treasure. I could outpace Oblivion this thing. I don't feel obliged to do that. Yeah, let's dump out our hand. Pact Altera can help us push through to max speed, and then the Bastronaut becomes insane. Aetherhive. Scrap Compactor can snap off the Bastronaut at any point. But I genuinely think our follow-ups are pretty good. It's Cruise 1. I want to make another treasure. Make a treasure, play a Pact Altera. Play a Pact Altera, then make a treasure. Because nothing's blocking the Aetherhive anyway. They're struggling a little bit on land. Yeah, okay. Let's deploy more threats. Actually, just these 2 attacking anyway. Because I forgot they can crew the Aetherhive. Okay, Refueler is an excellent outpace Oblivion target. Javelineer is nice. Javelineer is nice. But we are just going to outpace Oblivion. Take out this Refueler. It's just going to grow larger and larger and larger. So we can pump this twice. Yeah, I guess I'm just sending the rat then. So the nice thing is, they are pretty much priced in to using the scrap compactor to kill the burnout Bastronaut before it gets way out of hand. I do want that used up before I play the Spike Spitter. Use me treasure? Nah. So we can play the Javelineer. Attack with both. Give the engine rat +1/+0. They're going to have to kill the burnout Bastronaut this turn. They're going to kill the engine rat. I think that's pretty brave. This has menace. You can't block it. Run over. Okay, alright. This is +1/+0, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, that all happens. We pass. They use a lot of resources there. Maybe the Spike Spitter can come down and we can start drawing some cards. That'd be nice. Terrian. Let's snap off a little bit of damage. Terrian is, of course, an insane blocker. So we need to clear that. They can exhaust this. Wretched Doll is not bad. But they've got to be out of interaction at this point. And if we can just draw more cards than them, we should be fine. They can make one blocker here, but the Skystreak Engineer gets blocked by the Spike Spitter anyway. So if we can get our card advantage engine going, we should have this game under control. Wretched Doll certainly helps. Might stop on my upkeep. Get that Surveil going. Yeah, interesting. 9 is a lot. Do I want to triple block this? I can see this being correct. They have a pump spell? Well, they shouldn't. They've used so much already. I know they've got 2 cards in hand, but... Cool. Okay. We get 3 for 1. And they have an Earth Rumbler to follow up. Okay, so we've got to find some interaction. Let's take our Surveil. Pedal to the Metal does actually stop the Earth Rumbler. Yeah. If they have something, they have it. Kind of want to just make them... Like, I can take 7 here. But then I would spend... Yeah, okay, no, I'm trading off with the Earth Rumbler here. Well, I'm not trading. I have the spell. Cool. So I like to see them exhausting because it makes it a lot less likely that they're going to have anything. So x equals 3 will do it. We'll go for x equals 4 just in case. Excellent. Maximum overdrive would have been good. Well, I don't know what I would have done with that, to be fair. Don't want that mountain. Engine rat's okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just overdrive for the counter. Really not super relevant, is it? Obviously would have preferred to have that in hand, but we'll pass to main. Yeah, we got this. We have more life gain, better blockers, more card advantage. I mean, they can, of course, just draw something, remove the Spike Spitter, and we're in a pretty difficult spot, but... But I think our odds are still pretty good. Do you know what? Having a 2-2 rat would have been better for attacking. Through these Thopters. So I should have played the rat and then put the counter on that. Don't know what they are roping for. Ketrodon pales in the face of my engine rat. Well, like, what is the decision? You don't really have any attacks. I guess maybe crew an attack with the Ether Hive and they want to trade off with the rat, but you don't have any attacks in the air, so just choose. Do you want to do that or not? I'm just going to take the 3. I'm not going to block. Come on, dude. You're tapped out. Decide. Are you going to attack with the Ether Hive or not? Well, you can't. Like, I'll just block it with a Spike Spitter and it doesn't do anything. So you have no play to make. Thank you. Thank you. I will gain 4 life. I will also put an upkeep stop in. Opponent, man. Pass priority. Apocalypse Rudder. Yeah, I'm keeping that. Not only does it rumble, but it's a win con if we find a Mutant Surveyor, which we know there's 2 left in the deck, right? Grim Bauble, the 1/1. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Nah. Dude. Okay, so no attacks. Let's just hold the bauble. There might be something like, I don't know, Mind Spring Merfolk they might play and we want to get rid of that. But Apocalypse Runner is our win condition right now. We just need to find a Mutant Surveyor and we are digging 3 cards deep every turn. So we should get there anytime, any moment now. Two Catrodons. Attack with the Ether Hive. It's such a weird attack. Forgot to put my upkeep stop in, but it is fine. Yeah, it's just no attacks. End the turn. Keen Buccaneer is fine. I want my upkeep stop this time. Thunderhead Gunner? God, I don't think we need it, right? Yeah, we'll just find Mutant Surveyor, win the game that way. We have 2 Spike Spitters. Momentum Breaker. Not required. There's one. And a Spin Out. Okay. Hour of Victory is pretty nice too. Let's go to main. Spin out one of these Ketrodons, keep the pressure off us. Pass the turn, and next turn we can start winning with the Surveyor. We can also Hour of Victory for another one if we need to. Last card in hand, it's a Beast Rider Vanguard. That's an excellent Grim Bauble target. So now, I'm not going to Surveil anymore because I don't want to mill out. Because it's going to take us a few turns to get him dead. We're drawing 3 cards a turn. Like, they gained so much life from the Catrodons, it is actually going to take us some time to get there. Might need to, like, trade off the Spike Spitters to make sure that we don't just lose that way. We are going to Grim Bauble the Beast Rider Vanguard. Autarch Mammoth is not really too relevant. We've got them on A clock. I need to start trading off these Spike Spitters. Okay, Scrap Compactor. Yep. So we need to not draw cards, just need to find my second one. There it is. They bounce one of these. Yeah, they can bounce both of the Spike Spitters. Which means the attack is no good. Is there a world where I attack with everything? No. Ooh, it's getting real dicey. Bounce, bounce, trade. Excellent. We get 4 more damage in, and that actually should give us the time to win with the Surveyor. Mammoth. Javelineer pushes damage. Gastel Thrill Seeker. Okay, so we have we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Which means this can pump all the way up to... It is more mana efficient. Oh, we only got 2 cards left, man. Can I win this turn? Can I win this turn? I just tackle, they bounce, bounce. Oh my god, can I win this turn? I don't think I can. I wonder if I'm supposed to... Oh, I wonder if I'm supposed to... play this. Give this unblockable. Send with these 2. We lose. Oh, we lost to our own Spike Spitters. What a grindy game. We were really close. They just gained so much life from the Ketrodons that we couldn't close it out. A shame. So close, man. So close. We needed one more card. We just needed the Surveyors 1 turn earlier. Well, we have to mulligan this. Burnout Bastronaut on 1 is really strong, but then it's a 2-card hand, right? Yeah, this is a little more balanced, so we'll keep this, put back a mountain. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good curve. See if they have a creature to play. They do. They have a Midnight Mangler. Would we trade? Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to play the Javelineer here. Because I'm happy to make this trade. And then Momentum Breaker, whatever their next thing is. Double Spike Spitter, I will take it. It did do us in last game, but it's good this early. Make him sack the Hell Ride. Start our engine, start attacking with this beefy 4-2. Wickerfolk does not block our 4-2 very well. Now that does, but would we still take the trade? Yes. Meh. Coward. I'm going to play out the Night Market. So they could trade up and double block with a Spike Spitter. I think it's worth... Because we have the second one, if they just exhaust here, we get to max speed and then we get a Spike Spitter down. And we don't really have anything else to do. Okay. That is, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for us. We do have Thunderhead Gunner, so I'm going to hold on to this land now. Scrap Compactor's not bad. Thunderhead Gunner's a good draw. A good aggressive creature would be a nice draw as well. So I guess they have to bounce these. If they double block one, then we get to max speed. But then they can Scrap Compactor the other one. So I don't like this attack. Because, yeah, they double block, then they Scrap Compactor, and then I'm kind of out of gas. And I'm not even killing either of their creatures. Oh, just got to push a little bit more damage. Pact Altera, Gastel Thrillseeker. Don't care too much about Gearseeker Serpent. Because their blocks look great anyway. Engine Rat. Is that good enough? One, two, three, 4, 5. This is 6. Okay. Sure. Engine Rat to get us there. Bit of a board stall here. Okay, love to see that. Love to see that. Ah, I do want spin out. Does that help if they like... Yeah, I can't attack. Okay. We're just waiting. Pact Altera, sure. Yeah, I guess I am spinning out the Gearseeker Serpent. It's going to get me dead pretty quick. I'll keep that. Do they have a counterspell? They might. Not going to play around it. Because the board is so stalled. Yeah, okay. So they had it, but the board is so stalled that I think it's fine. Because I think we just need to... Like, we have loads of ways to push 1 damage through. And if we do, we're off to a pretty insane start. This is ages away from getting them to max speed, although it does draw them cards. So we need... Their draw engine is kind of online. We need ours online. Oh, I forgot to surveil. God, I hate that. I hate forgetting to do that. Apocalypse Runner off the top is best draw. Because now we're racing this Ether Siphon and we have to... Ugh, yeah, they're going to get to max speed so quick, and then we're going to be in real trouble. Should have ignored the Gear Seeker Serpent, taken out the Pack Dolterra, proving to be a much bigger threat. Thrill Seeker does get us there. We can pump the Mutant Surveyor. Not enough to matter. Okay, opponent. It's a race. They make my Wretched Doll so bad because they can just mill anything I keep on top. Like to see land. I like to see them tapping out as well. No attack. Guess I could have sent it with the Thrill Seeker. But yeah, okay, we block. We're both on max speed. They draw. They mill me for 2 here. Land an hour of victory off the top is fine. Helping them mill me, but I need to draw gas and just get them dead, right? So I can pump 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can pump 3 times. That does take out their Pack Dolterra. Yeah, okay. So I don't think they got blocks in them. Yeah. I'm going to get aggressive. I don't think they're going to... I think maybe they'll double block the Spike Spitter. So I can pump you twice. I just want to get enough damage through that, like, Apocalypse Runner can close out the game before they mill us out. That is our entire game plan. Rests on the shoulders of these Mutant Surveyors. 2 lands. Bauble and a land. Okay, no Apocalypse Runner milled yet. Oh, there goes the Apocalypse Runner. It was on top as well. They had a cycling land. Yeah, we're going to get milled out. So, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 4 pumps. So I can double pump here. And double pump here. Okay, and then I can just single pump here. Yeah, I think they've got me. I couldn't beat the Ether Siphon. Apocalypse Runner's gone. And yeah, okay, we're done. Okay, 2-3. On the play, slow hand. That is a shame. But it is keepable. Right field glider. Alright, so we're going to outpace Oblivion the Lynx. Start there. Opponent struggling on land. We probably need that to happen. Let's go Pact Altera into Thunderhead Gunner. And then maybe we're just throwing the Javelineers away to find better defensive spells, because they're clearly an aggressive deck. Apocalypse Runner Mutant Surveyor should be enough life gain to win this game, so let's just get there with that. We can even attack here. Oh, am I dropping a swamp? I guess I'm dropping a Javelineer. Let's drop the swamp. Engine Rat's not bad. Two mechanics. It's a good thing they are struggling with the land, otherwise... Oh, there's an Apocalypse Runner. Okay. That is step one. We're not really attacking. Apocalypse Runner, Burnout Bastronaut. Now that is very interesting. That is very interesting. This does get us on max speed as well. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's put it on the battlefield. Opponent now has to deal with it. And there is plenty more where that came from. Yeah, they need a lot here. They need, like... They need to deal with this threat and also find a way to attack, so... I feel pretty good about where we're at. Pretty sure they're just going to remove this. Yeah, there's the lightning strike. Let's play out the Engine Rat. I should have discarded the Goda, to be fair. I'd rather just find a Mutant Surveyor now. Okay. Thunderhead Gunner of their own. Looks like neither of us is going to be running out of gas for a while. Don't need the Goda. I like maximum overdrive, but I'm still going to just cycle the night market. There's a surveyor. So that's for next turn. This turn, I might just be attacking. Oops, nope, that was the wrong button. Maximum overdrive is pretty nice. So next turn, Mutant Surveyor comes down. We have maximum overdrive up. We should be in a pretty good spot. I don't think they have a read on the maximum overdrive either, because I think they would have... I would have used it on the Bastronaut if I have it, which means I feel pretty safe going for Outpace Oblivion this turn, because I don't think they're going to blow us out. Sure. Okay. Well, pretty happy to use it there. Like I said, I don't think they had a read on it. Pretty devastating blowout for them. Yeah, okay. Don't know if it was scoop worthy, but it was pretty bad. 2-2. Let's get a little further than that. We're on the play. We have an awesome curve. Draw one land and I'll be super happy. Locust spray the engine rat. We drew the land. Yeah, we're getting up to max speed very quickly here. Deathless pilot. Well, we can just attack through that. Good. I like to see the chump block. Let's play the Mutant Surveyor, and with Pedal to the Metal, we can pretty much punch through anything they've got. Love that. Let's just push damage. Wreck remover, gain a life. Not bad, not bad. Momentum breaker is insane. They are down to 7. We have a removal spell and Pedal to the Metal in hand. Pedal to the Metal for 4 would be 6 damage. Okay, that's a drain, but still, we outpace Oblivion, push more damage. Okay, nice and aggressive. Love to see it. Oh man, another insanely good Start Your Engines hand. And we are on the play. We should overwhelm any opponent with all of this. Oh, Jesus. Midnight Mangler. Okay, well. That is fine. We're still getting in. Trade those bad boys off. Let's play another engine rat. A tap land and another Midnight Mangler. So we could actually just Apocalypse Runner here. Make the Thrill Seeker unblockable. And then next turn we have max speed, so we can play our Spike Spitter. Okay, I mean, in this spot, we probably just want to attack with the Apocalypse Runner. All right. Way too many threats for the opponent to deal with, surely. They've got to answer the Spike Spitter, the Apocalypse Runner, and the Thrill Seeker. Ketrodon isn't going to get him there. Burnout Astronaut now, and a Momentum Breaker. Yeah, so we'll play that. Endless threats to deal with. Pretty happy to Momentum Breaker here, because they sack the Vanguard, which is not a bad target anyway. Yeah, or the Bite. It's fine. Bike is fine. We don't care about the Ketrodon attacking because we have Lifelink. We have two good targets for the Apocalypse Runner. Possession Engine takes. Spike Spitter. That was the wrong choice. I mean, what are you gonna block with? The Possession Engine, I get my Spike Spitter back. This might even... Is this lethal? It's not, right? This is 8 damage. Lifelink, by the way. They're down to 4. Ether Siphon, too slow. Last card in hand, what is it? I guess exactly Bounce Off gets them out of this. And nothing else. Okay, now they're going to bounce off. Take 2, go down to 1, and we packed Altera for the win. They had the out. They had exactly Bounce Off, which is the only card that got them out of it. But they played it a really strange way, where they took the first strike damage before they used the Bounce Off. Do you know what I think it was? I think they thought I was going to pump again, so they passed priority. But of course, I didn't need to, because we had lethal. Going first. Keepable hand. But of course, quite an interesting curve here. Still, if we play a Mutant Surveyor here, and then we just follow up with a couple of Momentum Breakers, that's pretty good. Guess Grim Javelineer was the more aggressive card. This just means we can sort of punch through anything they play. Doll Terror for the opponent. Let's play our own Pack Doll Terror. So I think I'm attacking with my Pack Doll here, because if they double block, then I do get to Momentum Breaker them. Although I could just play the Javelineer and then attack with the Pack Doll Terror. Okay, let's do that. Cool, so we get the Transit Mage here. Deal 4 damage to the opponent. They have just Pack Doll Terror on the battlefield. And we have 2 Momentum Breakers and a Spin Out in hand. We do need a... We need black. They have their own Momentum Breaker. I guess Grim Javelineer is the keep here. Because it can keep pushing damage. I don't know if that's right. Man, getting pretty screwed on black here. Okay, that's nice. Double Momentum Breaker? No, Momentum Breaker plus Rat. Plus Rat. Take the Path Cruiser. We play an Engine Rat. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate where we are. They're way up on cards. Interesting. Guess I'm discarding this. I think I've got to spin out the Pack Doll Terror. Okay. Sort of trying to get the Haunt the Network out of them. Before we spin out. Mutant Surveyor. Ugh, do I want to spin out the Pack Doll Terror? Yeah, I think I do, because I think the Haunt the Network is a little too scary. Bauble. This is not a good board. For a Grim Bauble. Okay, we get a trade. Thrill Seeker. Do I want that? 2/3 Death Touch Haste. I think I need to do better than that. I need Spike Spitters and I need Thunderhead Gunner. That's what I'm looking for at this point. Apocalypse Runner would also not be bad. The crew. Crewing is a little strange. Yeah, let's activate the engine wrap. Trade those off. Of course they get the card draw from it, but it's a massive threat. Dune Drifter, Reanimate. Their Pactol Terror, that's very good. And Grim Bauble looks like just absolutely shit on this board. I guess it does snap off the engine wrap. But now we have the Spike Spitter. If we can survive long enough, we should get there. We've got an effective 4 life there. Yeah, we are on the defensive right now. The longer this game goes, better off we'll be because we have the card advantage. Happy to make this trade. And take 4. In my opinion, they should have attacked with the Dune Drifter. Oh, I put this on top. Yeah. Land for the opponent. So they made some good tempo plays there, but look, we gained some life. We're up to 7. We have a Spike Spitter on the battlefield. Their attacks aren't great with anything now. Nothing that they have can punch through the Spike Spitter because they traded off the Hell Ride. So, show me what you got. I was not going to fall for that, dude. Oh, dear me. Okay. Outpace Oblivion's a pretty nice draw. Stops me from dying. Am I going to start attacking them? Feels risky, but I'm going to do it. We have a Surveil. Okay, they're just doing that for the Surveil. That's good. They probably don't have a creature. They do have effectively 15. Give me gas. Another Spike Spitter. I'm pretty happy with another Spike Spitter. Spike Spitter. Okay, sick. 5 and 2, and I think black-red is one of my favorite Aetherdrift archetypes. I seem to do really well with it. It's always a lot of fun. Opponent goes first. This is a keepable hand. It's a really good aggressive hand. So it's a shame that we are on the draw, but it is what it is. We will trade off with the exhausted boost buggy if we must. They're gonna kill the wretched doll? Maybe? No? They're gonna trade these two? Ah, okay. Sure. Jumping through a lot of hoops there, opponent. This tussles with the boost buggy, so we'll play that out. Okay, well, still tussles with the boost buggy. They exhaust this, it goes to 5. What do I want to do? Do I want to kill this? I don't want them to put the mana into it first. Not too worried about, like, racing it. Because we have the lifelink engine on over here. Just don't know whether I want to spin it out right now. Or if I want to save the spin out. I'm just going to play out the Javelineer. Force them to use these treasures to exhaust this. And then we can spin it out. Yeah, because they spend their whole turn on that. We'll pass. We can recover our life. I just worry that they're going to have a follow-up play that I will want to spin out more, but doesn't look like that is the case. Gilded Goda, good draw. Mutant Surveyor, good blocker. Easy trade. They're down to 1 card. They are down to 1 card. I'm going to play out my Apocalypse Runner. Big, beefy blocker. Lifelink for 3? No. I'm just gonna hold up crewing the Apocalypse Runner here. Interesting. Sending just the Tyrox. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this trade. Well, it's not a trade. I'm gonna try and eat this because I don't know if they saw this line. And if they did, they did. Just think if they did have something here, they would make a bigger attack. Yeah, okay. Yeah, then I don't know why they didn't attack with everything. Still, our blocks are good. But they are going to draw a lot more cards. And I do hate that. Yeah, I kind of think I have to get up to max speed here. Otherwise my cards, yeah, it's no good. I guess like I'll keep the land in hand in case I draw a Thunderhead Gunner. But I don't know what I'm doing if I'm not getting up to max speed. Like, I need to rip some good cards. Proud Catcher Specialist is not bad. Tussles pretty well. That puts us on 3 speed. Yeah, let's pass. Yeah, I need to find a Thunderhead Gunner. Grimbauble is pretty nice. Okay. So let's attack. They're going to take 2. I'm going to activate this. Find a Spike Spitter. Gonna Grimbauble the Beast Rider Vanguard. Okay, love that. Play out the land. If they have a way to remove this, that land might buy us another turn, that life gain. So let's start drawing some cards. Agonosaur Rex. Fuck me. Outpace. And a Bastronaut. Those are good cards. Agonosaur Rex is an 8/8. They cycle it. They can put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature or vehicle. And it gains indestructible. Okay. What the fuck am I gonna do? Can make them use it, but they put it on the Ether Jacket. That's bad for me. Although it does still trade with a Spike Spitter. They put it on the Beast Rider. It turns into a 5/6, which I also cannot really tussle with. So I guess you're not getting played. Is it just going to be Bastronaut? Five, 6. Okay. Yeah, let's outpace the Beast Rider Vanguard. Make them use the Agonosaur Rex. They didn't. Okay, I mean, that's excellent. That is excellent for me. Free attack here. Push and damage. This is another 2 damage. They're going to play it out. That was greedy, I think. I think playing it out was greedy. There's a run over. Yeah. Okay. They're getting for another 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Thunderhead Gunner does block. So we'd be trading this off for the Ether Jacket here, but they sort of have to block it. Actually, we can take another 2. Yeah, we can pump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can pump this up to +4, +0. We can trade with... Oh, we can take out both. Yeah, we can take out both. We only need to... Yeah, we get to 5 power. We can remove both. If the last spell in their hand is a removal spell, what the fuck? Insane. Insane from the opponent. Well, there was no playing around that. It's not even right to play around that. Well, there you have it, folks. 5 and 3 with that sweet Rakdos deck. It felt pretty strong. Again, can't complain about 5 wins. Maybe we could have eked out a couple more, but it did feel strong, like overwhelmingly aggressive at times, and then it grinded with the best of them with those 2 End Rider Spike Spitters. Really quite annoyed about that game where we naturally milled ourselves out. That's annoying. I'm sure there was like, I'm sure there was a line to win there. Hated winning that way. Sorry, hated losing that way. Anyway, I will catch you on the next episode of Operation Double Mythic. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, drop me a comment, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.